Welcome back to Raw Audit Reviews. Today's footage comes from Northampton Criminal Justice Centre. And trust me, this one's a roller coaster. An auditor pushes back against officers who seem shaky on the law, and the clash is immediate. Is this about trespass, security, or just intimidation tactics? Stick with me, because you'll see officers fumble, a sergeant swoop in, and some surprising honesty that flips the whole situation on its head. Let's dive right in.
PTTP is outside Northampton Criminal Justice Centre, carrying out an audit. He's observing and questioning officers on site. They didn't expect him to be so clued up on the law. It's one of those moments where you can see the difference between routine policing and someone holding them to account in real time. Make sure to watch till the end. There are some key interactions here you just won't want to miss.
Was that a lawful request?
Yes.
What law am I breaking by being here?
Filming car parks in this car park.
And what law is that?
Notice here how quickly the officer pulls out the word trespass like it's a magic wand. But here's the catch. In the UK, trespass is a civil matter, not a criminal one. That means police can't just slap on handcuffs because you're standing somewhere they don't like. Unless it escalates into aggravated trespass, like blocking work or causing harm, there's no arrest power here. So ask yourself, is this officer bluffing or genuinely mistaken?
What law is that breaking?
Trespass, you need to leave.
And what is trespass a criminal matter, is it? Is that a criminal offence?
That's the £1,000,000 question. What law am I breaking? Here's the thing. In the UK, the police cannot just demand your details or force you to move along because they feel uneasy. They need legal grounds. Trespass is not criminal. That's the key difference officers often miss. Police have no automatic power to arrest for civil trespass, only to intervene if it escalates into something like aggravated trespass. However, none of that applies here. The officer can't articulate any lawful power, yet she still insists. Don't get bullied or confused about your rights. My UK Rights Guide shows you in plain language what the law really says and how to handle police encounters with confidence. Link in the description.
See, it's funny because when you think I'm doing something illegal, you come and accost me, but you were too busy to deal with these sorts of things 2 minutes ago when I reported an officer committing offences.
I can't deal. If an officer has committed an offence, I can't deal with that. It's not on my level. It needs to go to a sergeant or higher up or our PSD.
Well, so why don't you take the details, report it to a sergeant, but you're quite happy to come and accost me, but you can't deal with matters?
In the reception.
I don't want to go into the reception. I'm quite happy here.
Okay. If you want to discuss it, if you want someone to listen.
I don't want to discuss it. I've discussed it. I walked away after they left. Walked away. We've left it. That's it. She's followed me and accosted me after we've had that discussion. In a public...
This is where the concept of implied right of access comes in. If there are no locked gates, no signs, no warnings, the public can reasonably assume they're allowed to pass through. It's why you can walk into a shop, or in this case, a car park footpath. If the police don't want that, it's on them to secure the site properly. Viewers, what do you think? Is this bad security design or an excuse to flex authority?
area.
This is a private car park.
Right? Yeah, for vehicles. I walked through a footpath that had no signage, nothing, saying no public access. It says no public right-of-way on the road sign for vehicles. A right-of-way applies to roads, not to pedestrian footpaths. There is a pedestrian footpath, no obstructions, no signage. This is a public area. Whether it's private or public property, it's a public area.
The auditor is absolutely right. If there are no signs, no restricted access, no authorised staff only, not even a painted line, under UK law, the public can reasonably assume they're allowed to walk through. That's called implied right of access. At worst, this could be a civil trespass. And as we know, civil trespass is between the landowner and the individual, not a matter for police.
There's a difference.
What do you want to do? What do you want to gain?
Be left alone.
Okay.
Who are you two? Sorry, you've come in and joined the conversation. Sorry? And what's your name and badge number?
89.
89?
Yep.
DC, PC, DS?
89.
PC, 89. And yourself?
I'm DC 424.
DC.
Did you catch that? The officer says this could be a security breach. But think about it. If the site was truly secure, the auditor wouldn't have walked straight in with a camera. This isn't a breach by the public. It's a breach in planning. Real security isn't about feelings. It's about barriers, systems, and controls. And if those are missing, pointing the finger at the cameraman doesn't solve the problem.
424. You're both based here? Yeah.
But we're just saying, if you want, we can go over there, but we're just saying this is private property. This is a police car park.
Okay.
It's private property. So if you want to come back over there, by all means, we can
Okay.
go and try and sort out whatever your complaint is, but it's having it in our private property.
Okay.
We're not going to have that. So if you want to come over to the foyer, no problems at all. We can go and have a chat over there.
But the foyer is private property as well.
Yeah, but you can gain access.
I can gain access to this. We've just been through that. We've just been through this. There's nothing for pedestrians. Why not?
Because it's a secure, and it could be, you could pose a security.
Well, it's not secure, is it? If I've just
Okay.
managed to walk in here, it's not secure, is it?
All right.
You say
What's
secure,
your
but it's not.
purpose for being on this car park? Because our concern is
I'm
it's
making a video.
It's a security breach that we're concerned about. So we're happy to talk to you,
Mm-hmm.
but while you're here, we've got concerns about security breaches.
Here's where things start to get flimsy. The officer says the auditor could pose a security risk, but security isn't based on feelings, it's based on objective facts. If this site was truly restricted, there would be gates, fences, and keycard doors. The fact that anyone can walk straight in shows a failure of police security planning, not grounds to intimidate the public.
Okay. Do you have a warrant card or an ID card or something? You've given a call number.
I've told you my call
Thank
number
you.
is
Yeah.
424.
Yeah. But your
Okay?
plane's closed, so I just want to see your warrant card as well.
So I'm willing to listen to you. We're both willing to listen to you and hear what you have to say. But
No, 'cause you're just going to fob me off with the same stuff that the two PCs have.
Private car park.
Okay. So I'll give you a quick synopsis.
Over here, please, because we're not.
If a police, so you're a DC, so you're a ranking officer.
No, we're all the same rank.
You just said DC.
Yeah. It's all
That's
constable.
detective constable.
Yeah.
Is that not a higher rank than a police
No, it's
constable? Is it not? Okay, it's just a different area. In that case, then I don't want to talk. Then don't worry. I'll talk to a sergeant if you get me a sergeant.
We've got a sign to say it's gated for a reason.
Okay. So you see the no entry signs and that one. Like I said, private property, no public right of way. As we discussed, what right of way is not public access. A right of way is relevant.
Enter Detective Sergeant Pete McKill, and the whole vibe changes. He doesn't posture, he doesn't threaten, he listens. Instantly, the temperature drops. This is de-escalation done right. Instead of trying to bulldoze through with shaky legal claims, McKill acknowledges the confusion and keeps it respectful. Compare this to the earlier exchanges. Which style do you think actually builds trust with the public?
To roads. That's what a right of way is. A public right of way is a public road that people can access with a vehicle. As you can tell, I'm not in a vehicle. I'm not in a vehicle. If it's secure, right? So as you can see there.
I'm not going through it all with you.
Well-
'Cause you're going to try and do the whole. Oh, I know this legislation. I know that. I'm not really that fussed. I've just asked you to leave politely.
And I've
You haven't.
and I've declined. Yeah.
I just don't really see the point in you being here. Like I don't know.
I don't see the point in you being here either. But there we go.
Right, this is my job.
This is my job. I'm at work.
It's my working place.
Yeah, it's my place. This is my place of work right now as well.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Thank you. See, sensible. The most sensible person so far. You're a sergeant?
Yeah, I am. For my
Thank
sins.
you.
How
Finally.
can I help
Right.
you?
Okay. Well, we'll move away from the PCs because.
Are we already standing over there so the cars can move around?
Oh well, the cars can move around. I mean, where's the car going to move? Here, it's fine. We've got plenty of room.
Just asking if we can stand
We've got
over
plenty of room. I just want to move away from the PCs, to be honest. I want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to them. So if you can come with me and if you want to talk to me away from the others, that's fine.
What I'm saying, sir, is there's operational police vehicles just moving here.
That's fine. I'm quite.
Now here's where things get really interesting. The auditor explains he witnessed a police officer idling on double yellows, engine running, mobile phone in hand. Those are straight-up traffic violations, unless you're on 999 or in very specific exemptions. Notice how McKill doesn't brush this off. He lets the auditor talk, takes the details, and treats it as valid. That's accountability in action. Without cameras, would small breaches like this ever see daylight?
I'm quite conscious of the road. I've managed this
have a
many.
conversation with you, but can we just do it there?
I've managed this many years.
I'll tell you what, after
know.
we finish talking, you want to stand back here for a second, can we just talk over there?
I'll tell you what.
I'm not trying to be difficult
We
with
can
you.
talk on the path here.
My name's Pete, what's your name?
Pete.
Yes.
And your collar number, Pete?
My name's DS1446, Pete McGill.
DS 1446.
Yes.
Lovely. Thank you.
Enter Detective Sergeant Pete McGill, and instantly the tone shifts. Unlike the previous officers, McGill listens. He acknowledges the confusion over signage and public access. He treats the auditor with respect, calmly explaining civil versus criminal matters. And you'll be able to feel the tension drop This is a textbook example of de-escalation and lawful conduct. McGill is smart enough to avoid unnecessary conflict and potential liability. Public confidence grows when law enforcement demonstrates competence and courtesy. Sit back, because this is about to be extremely refreshing.
What's going on then? How can I help?
Well, literally arrived and witnessed a police constable
Yes.
straight away. First thing, as soon as I get here, parked on the roundabout,
Right.
on the double yellows,
Yeah.
engine on, idling, on his mobile phone.
Right.
So I go and approach.
Yeah.
He winds his window. So I ask him quite
Yeah.
bluntly. I say, "Afternoon. Is there a reason you're parked on double yellows with your engine on your mobile phone?"
Yeah.
Says, "I'm doing work. I'm waiting for a prisoner to come out." And I said, "Okay." I said, "Are you on the phone to emergency services?
Yeah.
Are you paying at a drive-through?"
Okay.
No, he
Okay.
just rolls his window up.
Right. Okay. So you're saying you've seen an officer there, they've been sat there,
Yep.
idling it, right? I understand.
Yeah, so idling's an offence.
Yeah.
Idling your vehicle. Being on your phone with the engine on, unless you're on the phone to 999,
Yeah.
or paying at a drive-through. Those are the exceptions to the new legislation.
Yeah.
Both offences.
Yeah.
And obviously parked on double yellows.
Notice here how Sergeant McGill doesn't
This moment is powerful. The sergeant makes it clear. Yes, the right of access has been revoked. But instead of escalating, both sides remain calm. The auditor stands firm. The sergeant respects his stance, and what you see is dialogue instead of chaos. This is a rare glimpse of how things should go. Lawful firmness from citizens, matched with respectful professionalism from police. Imagine if every encounter followed this model. How different would public trust in policing look today?
interrupt. He doesn't guess or assume. The auditor is providing a real-time account of potential misconduct. Without someone observing and reporting this, minor breaches like idling on double yellows or misusing phones can go entirely unnoticed. This is exactly why audits are vital, to maintain transparency and to reinforce that even small actions by officers are still subject to legal standards.
So did you introduce yourself?
I didn't know, and I'm not. No.
What name would you like me to refer to you as? You don't have to give your name at all, but
You can call me Sir or Power. You can call me Power. Yeah.
Power.
Yeah. Let's go with Power. Yeah.
I'll go with Sir because Power just that's fine.
I didn't think you'd like it. That's why I said it. That's why I gave it as an option. I didn't think you would.
Mr. Power. Does that sound right to you?
Mr. Power. That'd
Go
be.
with Mr.
Nah,
Power.
no, my ego's not that big. Don't worry.
Well, you've got yourself Power. You can have a little one. Right, okay. Basically, mate, you are absolutely entitled to film any vehicles you want around here.
Yep.
Not a problem. You have, if officers want to speak to officers, that's not an issue.
Yep.
The other thing I'd say is this area
Yep.
of the car is a private car park.
It is.
Work.
Yep.
So if you wanted to literally step on that pavement there and film my officers, film the cars,
Yeah.
there's not an issue
Okay.
whatsoever.
So yeah, that's fine. I appreciate that. I
Not
appreciate
a
that.
problem.
So the discussion I was trying to have with them, or
Yes.
trying to tell them, right? So they're saying it's secure, it's restricted. You got the gates and all of that. I said, and that sign up there says private property, no public right of way. A right of way is a public road,
Yes.
right? It's not a public pavement. A right of way is
This is a private.
yes, okay,
premises.
but I'm getting to that bit.
Yeah.
Okay, bear with me. So yes, it's private, but in a private
Yeah.
premises, you
Yeah.
can still have a public area. A public area does not define whether it's public property
This
or
isn't
not.
a public area.
Okay, so
But you're wanting to check.
no. So as I've walked up
Yeah.
up towards the reception area, and then I've literally walked through here.
Yeah.
No signage for pedestrians saying private property, no public access.
You know what?
That would be the
Completely agree
key.
with you. Yeah.
All right. So yes, it is private property. Until I was asked to leave,
Yeah.
it's publicly accessible. It's still public area. It's still a public area. It's still publicly accessible. The only thing is, you have the right to repeal that implied right of access.
Yes. And you know what? Don't disagree with anything you've just said there, Mr.
Yeah.
Powell. Not a problem.
There
I
we go.
agree the signage should be better here.
Yeah.
But equally, you're here to do an audit. I'm guessing that's your role.
Well done.
To do that, yes. It's not my first time on the rodeo.
The sergeant doesn't argue. He agrees the signage could be clearer, and he acknowledges the auditor is there for an audit. You can hear him assessing the situation, staying calm and showing genuine courtesy. Moments like these stand out, a professional approach that other officers could take note of, handling the situation thoughtfully without unnecessary conflict.
Know what you can and can't do.
Yep.
I've got not an absolute issue. Anything you've described so far,
Yep.
I don't have a problem with. In terms of the officer, and if you've had an issue, if you filmed something, if you do want to make a complaint about
I don't want to go through online. I was told a sergeant could deal with it. I've got his collar number. I've got his name.
Right.
I want to report that to you now. If you want to take down his details, then you can deal with it.
Right, we can have a chat about whatever's happened there. But in terms of, you've raised a few things, haven't you? So right now, that implied consent for signage is removed. So are we okay just standing over here now that that's been removed so we can talk?
No, I'm still going to stay here.
Okay, but what? But I'm trying to be courteous to you. And
I know, and I
wanna
appreciate
help-
that, and that's why
want
I'm
to
not
help
being
take-
as belligerent with you. But I am going to stand firm
I guess
on where I stand, on where I am standing, literally.
But I don't understand why, if we've just covered that it's private premises and that implied right has been removed.
Yeah.
Because I agree, it isn't enough signage.
Yeah.
So
Because
can you help me understand that rationale?
Because at the end of the day, they were. Not a gentleman, I've not met him yet,
Yeah.
but the ladies were so belligerent about it in the fact that I absolutely couldn't be here and absolutely was doing something wrong, especially the blonde officer. So I tried to raise the incident with the guy parked in his marked vehicle and doing all of that. Tried to raise it with her, I was not interested, not her business, because she's a response officer.
Yeah.
But then as soon as I come on here, she's got time to deal with that, but she can't deal with that.
So
You see what I mean? That seems like favourability towards another police officer, the thick blue wall as we call it, standing behind the thin blue line,
Okay,
and not holding up her. No, I'm not saying you are, but
Yeah.
she's not holding up her oath. Neither was the other gentleman I spoke to.
Yeah.
But she's got plenty of time to come and deal with this apparently, but she doesn't have time to deal with
What I
that.
can say is, if anyone has in any way talked to you and you felt it wasn't being courteous, I can only apologise for that, because ideally we don't want to have that kind of discourse. But
It's
you
not
can-
even about the courtesy.
You're a switched on bloke.
Yeah.
You know exactly what you do with these audits. You understand that they're going to provoke a reaction in terms of a security response. That's going to happen, isn't it?
Not always. I've been to plenty of places, plenty of police stations, headquarters, where they just leave me to it.
Okay, but I'd imagine they would have spoke to you at some. They would have
No.
said hello. They didn't say anything to
No.
you. Okay, well that might be because they didn't notice. Generally speaking,
No,
if someone-
they see me. They might give a
we had
wave,
people
but
in a police station car park going around different cars, we'd usually stop to say, just as I've done with you,
Yeah.
I'm not demanding your details. You
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
give me them, as you bloody well know. Not trying to make your life in any way difficult. And
Mm-hmm.
in fact, I want to help enable you to do your audit and what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
But as you've just explained, once that right has been revoked for the
Sure.
private premises,
Sure.
it's been revoked.
Right.
So the fact that you have been treated poorly, or you feel like someone's been rude to you, that doesn't change the fact that
no,
that's
it
been
doesn't.
revoked, does it? And you
It doesn't.
appreciate
It
that.
doesn't. But once it's been revoked,
Yes.
it becomes an issue of civil trespass, doesn't it? And you knew I was coming with it. You knew I was coming with
We
it.
don't need to go down this. I'm trying to talk from a
But
practical point of
I
view.
know
In
you're
terms
talking
of it's an
practically.
operational
I know
police car
you're
park,
talking
And we're
practically.
stood in a disabled bay.
I like to talk lawfully.
Yes.
Okay, so lawfully, I'm not committing any offences. You know, I know you
suggesting
haven't.
you
I
have,
have,
have
and you've requested that I leave,
Yeah.
and I'm going to politely decline. I'm not going to be rude about it because you may see it as rude that I'm declining in the first place, but I'm not going to be overly belligerent about it. I'm just going to say,
Fine.
Here we see the rare moment of true de-escalation. The auditor stands firm within the law, and the sergeant treats him with respect. There's no bluffing powers, no unnecessary confrontation, just calm, reasoned dialogue. For viewers, this is instructive. Accountability works best when officers acknowledge concerns, understand legal context, and communicate clearly. Without audits, moments like these, where law, civility, and professionalism intersect, this would never have been highlighted.
civil matter.
And as long as you understand that if you are to stay here in this moment and you are to stand in front of a car that's trying to leave and conduct police work, that could obviously be obstructing the officers. from
Oh,
doing
sure, I
their
would never
job.
do that.
You fully
No.
understand
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So
I've made
fully-
it. I've made it this many years, being fully aware of roads and emergency
I do not
vehicles.
doubt it.
You know, I've never been hit by a car yet, so.
So how are we rating so far? How are we doing? We had a rough start by the sounds of it on your audit. Has it improved as we're going along?
I'd say the. Sorry, 2 seconds. Yeah, you've been better. Yeah, I must admit. Yeah, so.
Well, it's a learning
It's-
experience for me. We
it's-
don't have this every day.
No, it's good to see a sergeant leading by example.
Yeah.
Hopefully, the PCs and DCs do pick up on your
Let's
example.
not get I know
No.
you want a bit of a reaction.
No, I'm not giving a reaction. I'm
Yeah.
genuinely stating that
Yeah.
I really hope that they pick up on how you've led by example here, and they take some lessons on how you've dealt with this and how you've been so professional, calm about it.
You're going to make
and-
me blush. You
and
can't me like this.
no,
It's power.
because you have, and you know, you asked my name, but you didn't push it, so that's fine. But other than
That's
that,
just for politeness. I'm
Yeah.
not demanding
No,
details.
no,
I'm just,
exactly.
How would you like me to refer to you?
yeah,
It
and that's
could
absolutely
probably
fine.
Today showed something simple but important. Calm, professional policing makes a real difference, and it showed why audits matter. Without them, small problems or oversights can easily be missed. This is exactly why I made the Know Your Rights guide for everyone, not just auditors, not just in confrontations. Anyone can use it to understand the law clearly without guesswork.
So what did we learn here? Officers opened with shaky claims and tension, but one sergeant turned it all around with calm, lawful dialogue. The lesson is simple. Knowledge and respect go hand in hand. That's why audits matter. They shine a light on gaps, and they remind everyone that authority must answer to the law, not feelings. If you found this breakdown as intense as we did, hit that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more real-life bodycam and audit reviews. Until next time, stay sharp, know your rights, and stay safe.